overthinking. I think we need more thinking.
And they were also able to get the offensive rebounds to get them second chance points consistently. And of course, if you give Luka enough chances, he's going to knock down several buckets there. So
let's try to get healthy. Let's stay together. And if we can do that, we put ourselves in a good situation.
And over the shoulder, no looker.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler here for another take of Nuggets basketball. So the Nuggets, after an embarrassing home blowout to the Charlotte Hornets, now look to get a win over the familiar foe in the Lakers. If you're a Nuggets fan, you, like me, hate the Lakers. I actually have a little bit more respect right now for the Celtics than I do the Lakers. And it all comes from just their bad attitudes, their cocky bad attitudes. Like, I had a previous coworker. I think I've said this before in previous episodes when we faced the Lakers. I had a former coworker and that was a Lakers fan and would always talk about the Lakers and the Warriors, not the Lakers and the Nuggets. And the fact that I'm a Nuggets fan, whenever we would talk, he said the Lakers don't give a shit about the Nuggets. And that kind of attitude, I just want nothing but the worst things to happen to the Lakers. I've met a couple of decent Lakers fans, and they're cool. And I feel like those Lakers fans are more of the era of Kobe or even Magic Johnson, the older ones, but especially the LeBron style of Lakers fans are some of the worst human beings in the world. I just wish nothing but bad things upon them. But, you know, going in, this is our first matchup against the Lakers this season. And kind of rough that we don't have Jokic to play in this game. And as you can probably tell, it didn't go so well for the Nuggets, just from the tone of my voice. The injury report was CB, Cam, Big Val, Jokic, all still out. Good thing is that we're looking at hopefully the end of the month for our centers to come back, and hopefully even for CB to come back this week, maybe. But to be honest, I mean, if they've rushed CB to return and he's still like hurting, I would rest him longer. I mean, it's not like he's really making a huge impact right now anyways. Just rest him longer. Let him get healthy. Let him practice. And then have him start off the bench. That's one thing. When he comes back, I want to see him start on the bench like AG did, you know. He should not come back as a starter. Start Peyton Watson, not him. Or start Spencer Jones. Or start Pickett. Anyone but CB. Don't start CB. I love CB. I'm not sold on CB stock. I just want him to start off the bench and just really figure out a way to get back into the groove that he has known to play. So, you know, he hasn't been good since his signing. I get that. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, or, you know, excuses and everything that I will grant him, actually. But I do believe, despite all of that, he needs to play off the bench when he comes back. So, Cam, I think, is also close to returning, but he'll probably return after Jokic and Big Val return. And hopefully no one else gets injured. I mean, apparently Jamal has been still really injured, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is injured, dealing with some knee stuff. Bruce Brown's dealing with some knee stuff. I mean, the Nuggets are just beaten up. They are so beaten up. And a lot of that has kind of themselves to blame because they do not play a more aggressive style of basketball. They need to be more of the aggressors, and right now they are getting beaten up, and now it's showing. I mean, I just look back to that last game against the Hornets, and the Hornets straight up bullied the Nuggets. They just came into their house, didn't take their shoes off. Their shoes are all muddy, and they just tromped around in their house, went over to the living room, sat down on their couch, put their feet up on the coffee table with their muddy shoes, went to the kitchen, raided the kitchen, grabbed the whatever they wanted, came back, kicked their feet back up on the coffee table, and then ordered the Nuggets around. And the Nuggets just, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, anything you want, sir. That was what the Nuggets felt like against the Hornets last game. And then we get to this game. So the starters, Jamal Murray, Jalen Pickett, P. Watt, Spencer Jones, and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon was the center for tonight. And they were in their navy blues. The Lakers were in their yellow jerseys. And damn it, the Lakers got the win, 115-107. One of the most terrible defenses in the league, one of the bottom 5 defenses in the league, took out the top offense in the league. That's just really frustrating. I mean, it was embarrassing enough to see that loss against the Hornets, especially because there was no fire in it. But then you started to kind of feel like, oh, well, they were resting. Because this first half of this game really said that they were resting. They were resting for this, and they wanted to show up because this was also a national televised game. That previous one wasn't. And so, yeah, they wanted to win this one, They wanted to make a statement. And for the first half, they did. They did that. There was nothing the Lakers could do to shut down the Nuggets offense. They were just hot. Everyone was eating. Everyone was making buckets. Spencer Jones was 4 for 4 in the first 9 minutes of the game. I mean, come on. Jamal Murray, 26 points in the first half of the game. So what happened in this game? Well, let's break it down, The Nuggets controlled the tip. And then Pickett, off the assist by P. Watt, knocks down a 3 for the first bucket of the game. I'm telling you. It was lit. Everyone was shooting. A 3 from P. Watt to start the game, followed by a 3 from Spencer, followed by another 3 from P. Watt, followed by another 3 from Jamal, off of a no-look from AG. AG was assisting and doing really well, just getting the ball moving, The game starts off with a shootout, of course, with the first 3 minutes. The Lakers are also shooting, but they're playing the Nuggets were playing the math game, and they were shooting 3s while the Lakers were shooting 2s. And just much like the Hornets game, where that happened the reverse happened against the Nuggets started to build a lead. And Pickett then gets a steal, leads to a good ball movement, finds Jones in the corner pocket for another 3. Blue Arrow was showing up and sinks another 3, forces the Lakers to take the first time out of the game. P. Watt in a corner for 3 gets the Nuggets lead to 11. Even Zeke Naji showed up defensively, shutting down Hayes. I mean, it was beautiful to watch, really. It was so awesome. It felt good. The world was your oyster. It was like, oh my God, I am so excited for this right now. Let's go. LeBron then hits the buzzer beater to fade away to end the quarter. And the Nuggets, though, outscored the Lakers 37-28. Second quarter, the Nuggets start off the quarter with a lineup of Brucey B, Tim Hardaway Jr., Zeke Naji, Spencer Jones, and Jalen Pickett, as Timmy on the Lakers there gets a 3 to drop down for the first bucket of the quarter. And he, actually had a good impact on the game in favor of the Lakers. I remember watching him in Summer League this last summer. He was playing on the Nets on the Summer League, and he was cooking there too. I didn't expect that guy to really show up in NBA in real NBA minutes, but here we are. This is like he just got signed on like a couple of months ago, and now he's like actually helping them. It's crazy. A fadeaway from LeBron then makes it a 2-point game. And you're starting to think, okay, well, is it going dry now for the Nuggets, or what's going on here? Then Zeke gets a block, leads to Brucey B getting the first bucket with a floater. And then Pickett gets the lead back to 8. Brucey B then with a floater extends that lead to 10. And then AG with a fadeaway gets the Nuggets first to 50. Lakers challenge an out-of-bounds call on Rui. It's unsuccessful. I don't know why they would have done that one, because it was clearly off of Rui, but they did that, and I loved it because automatically you knew they were going to lose their timeout and their challenge for the rest of the game, and it felt like everything was coming up Melhouse, everything was in the Nuggets' favor. Murray then responds with a mid-range J. Luka gets teed up. Jamal shoots the tech, makes the bucket. I mean, come on. They were falling apart. The Lakers were just abysmal. And it looked like we were going to have a blowout win against them. Murray reverse. This was a phenomenal play, by the way. If this doesn't end up on the highlights, like, burn the NBA down. Murray reverse alley-oop to AG for the slam. Like, the Nuggets just were on fire. They were looking like the 1 seed. It was so fun to watch. P-Watt for 3 extends that lead to 11, followed by Jones drawing a charge on the flop. LeBron James gets that charge called. Then Jamal from past halfway court knocks down a buzzer beater, gets the 26 points for that half, and the Nuggets outscore the Lakers again in the second quarter, 34-29, and take a 71-54 lead into the half. You thought, okay, we're going to have like even better outcome in the second half. Well, that changed. It was a tale of two halves right there, right? Third quarter, Nuggets start off with the starters as P-Watt blocks LeBron's shot and leads to Jones' first miss shot of the game. He was red hot until the second half. It's his first miss. Goes back to LeBron for a layup in the first bucket of the quarter. And then P-Watt with a pull-up J gets the Nuggets on board, followed by a reverse layup. Jamal with a rebound on the transition sees AG, heaves it down court for the stop and pop 3. Lakers on a 13-0 run then. They go on a 13-0 run, cuts that lead to 5. Tim Hardaway Jr. finally gets fouled, makes both free throws to end that Laker run. Jamal forces a Lakers turnover to Tim Hardaway Jr., intercepts the ball, and then kicks it to Spencer Jones for the layup, extends the lead back to 7. However, the Lakers still ended up outscoring the Nuggets 29-17. I'm going to go back real quick after I've read off what happens in the fourth quarter to these quarter end scores. So fourth quarter, Nuggets start off the lineup with Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Pickett, Zeke Naji, Brucey B, and Spencer Jones, as Tim Hardaway Jr. with 2 chances to knock down a 3, can't knock it down. On the other end, Timmy, once again, gets a layup and ties the game at 88. Pickett to Zeke for a dunk, gets Nuggets back up by 2, and then Brucey B with the worst foul. No, maybe tie it. I would probably tie it for one of the worst fouls of the game. Fouls Gabe Vincent at the arc, sends him to the line. He makes 2 of 3 to tie the game. Back-to-back plays from the Nuggets get that lead back up to 4, but then back-to-back Lakers plays ties it back up again at 96. Luka then gets fouled, makes both to give Lakers the first lead by 2. Nuggets challenge an out-of-bounds call. It's successful, and it really sucked because it was clearly off of LaRavia. Like, anyone with eyes could have seen that it was off of LaRavia, and then somehow they called it Lakers ball and forced Adelman to take a timeout and challenge the call. And there was a lot of bogus plays against the Nuggets that Allen should have challenged and didn't. And there was even a couple of that ended up with the Lakers at the line. Had he challenged it, that wouldn't have happened. There was a lot of blocks that got all ball that got reversed to a foul against the Nuggets players. It was just ridiculous, you know. And it just the NBA has to do something about the officiating, and I don't think it should be dealt with adding more rules, because clearly these guys don't remember all the rules. You get different officiating every single game, every single second of every single game. Like, no one knows the rules or can remember them. So definitely the answer isn't to make more rules. It's to just hold refs accountable. So so they take that timeout, they challenge it. It's successful, because it was clearly off of LaRavia. And then immediately P. Watt then fouls. He actually gets an offensive foul. And then on the next play, P. Watt fouls Smart at the arc. He makes all 3 to get Lakers first to 100, and the lead balloons up to 5. It wouldn't stop. Smart then nails another 3, extends that lead to 8. Tim Hardaway Jr. then fouls LeBron, getting Lakers into the bonus. He makes 1 of 2. Nuggets have missed 10 straight buckets. That is one of the things I want you to remember and to focus on, is that they missed 10 straight buckets. And then Smart again with 3, extends the lead to 12. P. Watt finally hits a big 3, and then immediately gets a steal, kicks it over to AG, who also sinks a 3. Suddenly we have a 6-point game. And it's okay, maybe the Nuggets can actually pull something off here. And then AG is fouled by Smart, but also is assessed a technical foul for kicking Smart in the balls, when clearly it was all Smart not giving him enough room. But it's the Lakers, so why not give him a foul? So Luka is sent to the free throw line and shoots the bucket, gets them up to, I think, 9. And then AG goes to the line, makes 1 of 2. Finally, Jamal, who hasn't made a single bucket, he did not make a single bucket in the third quarter. He had to wait until like late in the fourth quarter to finally get his first bucket of the half. Nuggets then start playing the foul game, but sending Luka to the line. Like, of all the players, they kept on fouling Luka to send him to the line. There was a play where in the last minute, it was like 50 seconds left, and Spencer Jones fouls Luka. I don't know why he fouled him, because the shot clock was running down. They had already burned up enough of it, and yet for some reason he fouled him. Sends him to the line, he makes both buckets. Like, there was a lot of stupid plays at the end there. But the Lakers still, they outscored the Nuggets 29-19. And again, they win 115-107. But, okay, let me go back here. Lakers scored 29 points in the fourth quarter. They scored 29 points in the third quarter. They scored 29 points in the second quarter. They scored 28 points in the first quarter. Notice something? Consistency. They only scored 29 points or 28 every single quarter. I mean, you could basically say they scored 29 points every single quarter. And that was enough to just hope. Like, better lucky than talented, really, you know? They just lucked out that the Nuggets offense just got shut off, and it had nothing to do with the defense. Like, I am going to stand by that. This loss was not because of anything the Lakers did or didn't do. This loss is 100% on the fact the Nuggets offense just went cold. No one could get anything to drop in the second half. There was straight up buckets they would put up at the baseline that would go in and out. They had all the luck in the world in the first half, and then in the second half, it all ran out. When Jokic went out with the injury, we were all worried the Nuggets would lose a ton, and then they started to overperform. And now we are seeing more of the Nuggets that we thought were going to happen right now, looking without the 3-time MVP. The scouting report is out, of course, that the Nuggets are very small, and they are paying for it right now. It is dire now for the centers to come back, both Jokic and Big Val. I know we can't see much more of these losses, so it's really rough. It's rough. This is way more frustrating for me than the loss against the Hornets. Like the Hornets, okay, that's a Eastern Conference one. We only meet them twice a year, but the Lakers are a division rival. We are in Rivals Week right now against the most hated rival of all time against the Nuggets, and you lost to them at home. And they did nothing. And clearly on the second half, you did nothing. Zeke is back to who he has always been. And the good Zeke that we saw against the Sixers in Philly apparently was a fluke. And Brucey B, unfortunately, I hate to say this, I have my jersey, Brucey B, right there. Love Brucey B. I always will love Brucey B. He helped us win a chip. But got to be honest. We got to come to Jesus moment right now, Brucey B has unfortunately not been good lately. He's been really rough, especially tonight when he fouled a jump shooter in the clutch, gave the Lakers the lead. I mean, I know they're probably all exhausted, but that's no excuse. Everyone's exhausted. And you can't just rely so much on Jokic to carry you all the time. I mean, we've all praised him, right, for the wins that they've gotten without Jokic, and it is impressive. It's very impressive. But some of these losses have been some of the worst losses in the last couple of years. I mean, granted, last season had some bangers in there. The getting swept by the Wizards is horrible. Getting your ass handed to you against the Knicks and getting swept by them, there was a lot of bad losses last year for sure. But these back-to-back losses, not so fun. Not so fun. We need to kind of turn this thing around now, and it's really unfortunate that the Nuggets just had no game plan for allowing to space the flooring for Jamal to sink some buckets. And there was actually times where he was wide. He had a good look, but he passed it up and then drove to the rim instead, where there was all these defenders. There was a lot of silly decisions that the Nuggets made tonight in that second half that really just, I think, added to shutting off the offense. It was almost like they intentionally shut their own offense down. Because that's what I'm saying. The Lakers were not impressive tonight. Yeah, Luka's impressive because Luka's Luka, but Luka, what did Luka? He showed up with a triple-double, 38, 13, and 10. Good for Luka. He was also complaining every 2 seconds. LeBron was flopping all over the place and looking like he got shot by a cannonball. I mean, it's such a ridiculous organization there, but they got the win. At the end of the day, they got the win because the Nuggets offense just went cold. That's pretty much what it was. It had nothing to do with what the Lakers did. They lucked out, and here we are. Now with them, a division win over us, and that just really is unfortunate. So I wanted to, real quick, before I go into, we'll go into stats here real quick. So Spencer Jones he played 36 minutes tonight, which was not the most amount of minutes of any Nugget. Close, though. Very close. He had 16 points tonight. So offensively, and mind you, a lot of these points happened in the first half. So 12 of these points for Spencer Jones happened in the first half. But he ended up with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. He was 6 for 9 from field, 4 for 7 from 3, 1 turnover, 5 personal fouls, was a +6. At one point, he was like a +28. It was insane. He was the highest plus minus. I mean, he still is the highest plus minus of any Nugget tonight with 6, but he was like straight up like the biggest plus minus of the entire game. And now he's a +6. Peyton Watson, who also struggled tonight, I will admit. He had some really good plays. He blocked LeBron. He had some great threes, especially that 3 in the clutch, and then to steal the ball and kick it over to AG. That was awesome, but then it wasn't enough. There was a lot that wasn't enough tonight and we needed more from P. Watt. He played the most amount of minutes, though, of any Nugget tonight with 37 minutes, close to 38. He had 18 points. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 7 for 17 from field. He put up 17 shots. It just, like, again, some of that is luck, bad luck, but luck. And some of it was just bad decision making. Like the ISO ball that they have been starting to drift into that is just not fun to watch. Get back to Nuggets basketball. Find the open man. That's what got you that lead in the first half. You were finding the open man. You were playing for each other. It was so beautiful to watch. And then the second half, it just kind of all fell apart, and everyone just was trying to take the lead and everything, and it just didn't go well. So he shot 4 for 8 from 3, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, was a -6. Aaron Gordon played 31 minutes tonight, 18 points as well, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He was 6 for 9 from field, 2 for 4 from 3, 4 for 8 from free throws. He had 0 turnovers, 1 personal foul. He was a -8. Jalen Pickett tonight, 26 minutes played, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. He was 3 for 9 from field, 1 for 2 from 3. He had 0 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a -4. I'm kind of on the fence, no pun intended, on Pickett. Like at one part, I think that he impacts a lot of the game, especially when he's the only one that boxes out and then plays that booty ball and everything. But then at the same time, he's just too small. He's literally too small. He's smaller than everyone else on the Nuggets. He's the smallest person on the court, and he's paying for it. And obviously his shot has been going down as well, or not going down, I should say. He's been going cold. Again, that 76ers game was kind of a fluke. We really lucked out there, and I know that's not positive, but it is kind of honest right now, and I just kind of feel like I need to be in an honest state with the Nuggets right now, despite this being, a loss. I also want to just be honest with them that this just did not look good. It looked great until it didn't, Jamal Murray, 36 minutes played tonight, 28 points. He got a double-double, 28 points, 2 rebounds, 11 assists. He was 10 for 21 from field, 4 for 8 from 3, 4 for 4 from free throws, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, was a -3. And then on the bench, Tim Hardaway played 30 minutes. He also racked up 10 points off the bench. After you had a 30 ball just recently, and now he's getting 10, that feels to me like he's a little bit underperforming. It also kind of feels like the offense, the ball was not dropping for him, because he did put up a decent amount. He put up 12 shots and only made 2. He also put up 8 threes and made 0 threes tonight. We did not get a single sidestep three from Tim Hardaway Jr. Though he tried, it just didn't go down. And he had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. So he played hard. It just offensively was not going his way tonight. He even missed a free throw. He went to the line 7 times, missed 1, so he had 6 or 7 in free throws. 0 turnovers, though, and 3 personal fouls. He was a 0. And that's another... so if we think positively, the Nuggets had 5 turnovers to the Lakers 12. And it took a while for the Nuggets to finally turn over the ball. They had only 1 turnover in the first half. I mean, that's beautiful. That's amazing. It's just so crazy how different the 2 halves were for the Nuggets, specifically of the Nuggets, because clearly the Lakers, nothing changed for the Lakers. They just continued to play the same thing. And the Nuggets, because they're so small, were not able to defend a lot of the shots that the Lakers were putting up. And they were also able to get the offensive rebounds to get them second chance points consistently. And of course, if you give Luka enough chances, he's going to knock down several buckets there. So you got to find another way to shut that off and box out. There was a lot of times where even Zignaji wouldn't be boxing out, and you got Smart crashing the glass and then getting a layup or a putback or whatever. It was just really stupid to watch sometimes with the defense there. Overall stats, the Nuggets had 31 rebounds to the Lakers 51. Good God. We got out-rebounded by the Lakers. The Lakers are not a good rebounding team. And we got out-rebounded by 20. Hey, 27 assists to their 24, so we did at least out-assist them, and that's with LeBron on the and Luka both on that team, and yet we surprisingly out-assisted them. We had 6 steals to their 3. We had 7 blocks to their 2. We shot 54% from field. They shot we shot 44%. They shot 50. So that's also because of that second half. That second half really drained a lot of our productivity, our efficiency there. We shot 40% from 3. They shot 40% as well. We shot 73% from free throws. They shot 65%. We had 5 turnovers. They had 12. We had 21 personal fouls. They had 18. And again, those personal fouls were like stupid ones that the refs called on. It wasn't anything about aggressiveness at all. So, it's time to, I guess, flush this one as well. Hopefully that they'll win on Thursday, which it's Rivals Week. And they're flying to Washington to play the Wizards on Thursday. I don't understand that. How are the Wizards a rival of the Nuggets? I mean, with that in mind, like every single team is a rival, right? You got to have a better one than that. But I don't know how many more legit rivals I could actually take without Jokic on the floor. Like I couldn't take the Timberwolves right now. If the Nuggets were to face the Timberwolves this week, we would 100% lose, and I wouldn't be able to tolerate that. To lose to the Lakers and then the Timberwolves would be terrible. Even OKC, to lose to OKC, that would be terrible. To lose to Houston, that would be terrible. So I'm glad that on one end it is the Wizards, but I just don't understand it. And hopefully the Nuggets can sweep the Wizards on Thursday. We'll see. However, I will say we had the All-Star, the starters for the All-Star game come out. And I'll just real quick read this off for you. Here's the starters. So on the east side, we have Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brown, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. On the west coast, we have SGA, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. Is there anything that you notice about those that were selected? There's something very specific that I noticed that I feel like needs to change. You have, on the East Coast, 4 guards in the starting lineup. 4 guards. On the West side, you have 3 guards. What are we doing? Why are we always only praising the guards? What about the forwards? What about the other centers? I mean, with this lineup, Giannis is going to be playing center. Though I know we're going to do the world thing, right? So in the world-wise, you have SGA, Luka are the guards, and then you have Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, and then Jokic, right? So obviously Victor Wembanyama is going to be a power forward. Giannis is going to be a power forward, which is what he is, and then Jokic the center. So that's a little bit more even. But then with the American side, the U.S. side, you have all guards. You literally have all guards. Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brown, Steph Curry. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where's the other players that could fill in for the starting lineup in those other positions? Why do we always have to go to the guards? And with that too, Jamal Murray should hopefully have a chance to be a reserve on the All-Star team. So he'll finally hopefully get his first All-Star appearance. Jokic will get a teammate in the All-Star lineup, plus also Jamal will be on the world team, so he'll even play with Jokic. So that's cool. But man, it is a little annoying, and it's kind of a joke with the All-Star game. Like I'm kind of over the All-Star game. I don't really think it's needed. I think they should get rid of it, to be honest. And I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I just think that it was kind of it's run its course, and when they should just kind of get rid of the All-Star break now. But and so let me just real quick, we'll review today. So we know about our game. Then there was also the Suns and against the 76ers. Suns won 116 to 110. The Clippers lost to the Bulls 138 to 110. The Timberwolves lost to the Jazz 127 to 122. So yay there. The Kings lost to the Heat 130 to 117. The Raptors won against Golden State 145 to 127. And then the Rockets won against the Spurs 111 to 106. So, like I said last episode, we had some kind of buffer with us. That is now getting very depleted right now. I believe we are still in the third spot. We'll check. Yep, we're still in the third spot, though we are now on a losing streak of 2, which you never want to go more than 2. You don't want to go more than 1, but okay. And so luckily, the fact that the Spurs lost tonight does still help us a little bit. The Rockets now jumped up to the 4th seed, and the Minnesota dropped to the play-in, and the Lakers somehow went to the 5th seed. They were the 7th seed. Now they're the 5th seed. I guess because they have one less loss than the Suns and Wolves have, even though they both have one more win than the Lakers do. And so it goes OKC, 1 seed, Spurs, 2nd seed, Nuggets, 3rd seed, Rockets, 4th seed, Lakers, 5th seed, and Suns, the 6th seed. In the play-in, we have the T-Wolves, a 7th seed, Golden State is 8th seed, Trailblazers are 9th seed, and the Clippers are now the 10th seed. They finally got their first loss since in a couple of games here. They were really hot. And so what do we got on the East Coast? We got Detroit in the first, Boston in the second, New York in the third. And New York is really unraveling. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Is that the longest running the losing streak? It is. The Knicks have the worst losing streak in the. Oh no, sorry, that's the Washington Wizards with 7 and Atlanta with 4. So I guess the Knicks are tied with Atlanta for the second worst losing streak in the league right now. But hopefully the Nuggets will end their losing streak on Thursday. Staying positive. Come on, Nuggets. Hey. Well, that's pretty much all I got for this episode. I think I've vented enough. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Share it out to your friends and family. And if you do feel gracious enough to give me a donation, my PayPal link is in the description below, as well as on the profile page. You can check that out and add a comment or a take of the game, of a player, of another game or another team, or another sport or movie or music, and I'll shout you out on the next episode. But you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about the Nuggets with good vibes. We'll catch you later.